Alrighty, folks, we are getting ready for Stint 2 of the TORA 10 Hours of Road Atlanta in association with Extra Life. Stay tuned. We will be getting started shortly. Alrighty, folks. Well, if you're just joining us, welcome everybody. You just missed an absolute stunner of a first stint. The first 2 hours of racing here in the TORA 10 Hours of Road Atlanta with partnership with Extra Life has been absolutely chaotic. We saw several favorites just suddenly out of contention. Carnage, giant incidents, incredible performances. We've seen just about everything we can see in one stint so far tonight. Or tonight, it's not nighttime yet, but today. I hope y'all guys will join me for the rest of this 10-hour race, because if this was anything to go off of, we're in for a real treat for the rest of the day. Getting started and ready for Stint 2 here. If somebody could, in fact, we've only had 4 donations, 2 of which is myself and Darkser. That is true, very much please. I was just about to get to that. But if somebody is in Stint 2 for B Lobby, if you could shoot me an invite. My gamer tag is LSEM Buck, so that we can get commentary for sure in there. That would be greatly appreciated. Not sure who the lobby host is. I've never been good at keeping up with these things, so I apologize. But yeah, absolutely remember that this is in fact a charity stream. All money raised through this is going straight to the Extra Life charity, who gives money to all kinds of different wonderful children's research things out there. Right now, we're giving to the Children's Hospital Research Network, or the Children's Research Network Hospitals, I think. Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. That's right. Miracle Network Hospitals. Okay, there we go. But still, no matter what, it goes towards researching things to make, sick kids not have to be sick. So, it's a very good cause. I highly urge you to donate. It means a whole lot to everybody involved with it, if you can. Even just, a few cents. Got a few cents lying around? Chuck it our way. Chuck it their way. Every little bit counts. So please, I encourage you to do that. It is probably the best cause that I've had a chance to be streaming for, and I'm very much proud of my involvement with it, and I hope you guys will support them. But going back towards the race, what a stint, huh? What a stint. Queen got 4th in GT. That's really good. Getting myself into Stint 2 for B Lobby here. Waiting on my invite for Stint 2 Lobby C. Not helping my nerves. You'll be fine, Barney. So everybody just coming out of that stint. Pretty wild time, huh? Gotta say, that was one of the craziest stints I think I've ever broadcast for TORA. I've seen some crazy ones for sure. Been in some crazy ones, but I think that takes the cake, because I feel like more than 90% of the field, I'd say, well, that's probably a little bit liberal, but still, a lot of the field having a lot of incidents, issues all around. I really don't know what we've got in store for us this time, but if Stint 1 was any indication, it's going to be intense. So I hope you guys will join us for it. Hope you all have been enjoying the coverage so far. I'm trying my best. This is a homemade livery this time. We did not have our professionally made ones this time around from the amazing Scholzy. Frez, I'm broadcasting. This is the right lobby, yeah? Yeah, it is. So, getting things ready and set up here for stint number 2. 2 of 5. And, wow. I'm really hoping that we have just as crazy of a race. Maybe not as many incidents, you know? But, hey, it was definitely an action-packed stint. Stint? But, yeah. Wild times. Wild times. But as you can see, I'm definitely really trackside at the real Road Atlanta. Watching, or, commentating this real race that we're really having. So, you know, I wanted to get stock Forza footage, but, I'm not familiar enough with Forza's, like, replay modes and photo modes to know how I would go about doing that. So we just have this still image of the real track in the background. So, you know, I wanted to go all out for this one. I wanted to be hella extra, but it's been a really busy week for me, so I really didn't get around to going as extra as I wanted to, so we just have this. Well, like, I was thinking of going, like, sport jacket and everything, like a proper commentator, which I still might, at some point, whip it out later on in the day. Once the lighting changes and my green screen kind of, gets more into its lighting. Because I usually only stream in the latter half of the day with my screen up, so, you know, my lighting is set up so that there's not sunlight pouring in. So, you know, just disregard this. It doesn't really exist. It's just, not sure what it is, but, just don't worry about it, you know? Breeze got 8th. Hydra DQ'd. Hydra DQ'd. Interesting. DC'd or DQ'd? Because there's a big difference between those two things. Switch over to our live scene here. As you can see, we have had a little bit of donations so far, so I very much thank you for that. I believe that came exclusively from Rody, so hey, let's try and get some more donations in, because every little bit helps, and it is a charity incentive. We hit my $100 donation goal for the day. My longtime followers will know what I'm talking about, but I will do the T-Dubs cover live on stream. And those of you that know what that is, it's been talked about for a while, but it's actually going to happen. It's grass. Yeah. Disconnected. Okay. I was about to say, that's really wild if that's the case. Yep, so far we have received $9.99 USD out of our $100 donation goal for this stream. Overall, the TORA goal, we have a goal for TORA for this event as a total. And we have a $2,500 goal. It's a lofty goal, but I believe that we can reach it. Alright, looks like we are loading in, getting set for Stint 2 here. Hope you guys are strapped in and ready for probably another wild roller coaster ride of a stint. If last stint was anything to go off of, Frez is in a Nissan GTR. Oh, I don't know about that. Just looking for the first 10 minutes to see how he does. I'm definitely gonna be keeping an eye on him, whether it's through the timing ticker or watching him himself. We got anything in the race shop? We got another badge. Eventually, I'll have all of those bought. Eventually. Also, I'm in one of my DOR Retro GT Sierras. I don't know why Forza automatically put me in that car, but hey, there it is. Made that livery myself. It was one of my first self-made LSEM liveries. But, you know, that's not what we're here for. We're here for everything else. So, who are we expecting to have a comeback stint in? We are definitely expecting Tsunami to be on the charge. Thank you for the follow, Attic Racer. Glad to have you. The RDE car had a few incidents, but ended up doing very well overall. So, expect them to be strong. Vulcan, we are definitely gonna be seeing a charge from him. I guarantee you we will. After having such a dominant lead on the field, crashing out in the final minutes, he's definitely going to have a little bit of the red mist, I think. So definitely going to be keeping an eye out on him. I think he's going to be out for blood today. The RDE prototype had a terrible, terrible stint last time out, but managed to scrape 5th, mainly due to disconnects in front of him. So we'll see how they do. Greggles, a little bit of a quiet stint for him last time. Ended up 7th or 8th, I believe. So who knows? Maybe we'll see an absolute shock from Greggles. I've raced him before. I have definitely seen him put on some stunning performances. Still waiting on an invite. See who your lobby host is and see if you can't just join them outright. The DOBD car didn't have a great stint last time out. We'll see if they can improve this time. RDC Kooten, that car had a bit of a troubled time for sure. Stint will be on the Forza Twitch as well with the Yachts POV. That's actually pretty cool. Duke the Rebel, definitely a faster driver, a very aggressive driver. Raced against him in several series, so should be interesting to see what's going on there. Appearing offline. Try messaging somebody in that lobby, Barney. DDM Drive in for the DDM car. We didn't see a lot of them last stint, but hey, I believe they had a DC, so hopefully we will see better out of them. AMS the Saint in the ART car. Well, we saw what happened to them. Incident in the final few minutes. Ended up disconnecting. They're going to have a lot to fight back for. Oh, I didn't know that Yachts was in this lobby. Huh, interesting. But like, why have the Forza stream just be Yachts when it could be me? I'm just saying. But anyway, the Kamikaze car, they had a fantastic run. Ended up taking advantage of all the errors around them. Kept their nose out of trouble for the most part. Had a little bit of issue early on, but ended up taking 3rd on track. So looking for another good performance out of them. ERT Demonic, we saw all the misfortune that befell that car. He's going to be hoping for a much better stint, a much cleaner stint. Bilboquet having a double stint. We'll see if he can keep up the dominance of the prototype field. Striker, another car with a very troubled stint one. They're going to be hoping for a little bit cleaner, less eventful stint. SFM Ace, we saw that this car driven by Darkser had a great run at the beginning of the stint. Looked to be the class of the prototype field, but befell misfortune in the form of a disconnect. Here we go, stint 2, guys. Is it going to be as crazy as last time? I don't know. We'll find out. We're going to spectate our prototype field at the start. Going to be keeping an eye on GT. Hopefully we have a clean start again. Last time the start was pretty clean, but it all went crazy afterwards. Who knows what we're in for today. Alright, we are going live with stint number 2 of the TORA 10 Hours of Road Atlanta with Extra Life. Speaking of Extra Life, please make sure that if you can donate, please do. Alright, here we go. Not sure where the restart point is on this track. If I had to guess, it's going to be at the top of the hill. These aren't loading for me, so I don't know who's in my lobby. Go ahead and have this set up in case we do need it. And after this stint, once things are settled out, we will turn on the timing tower, which has the overall positions of all the teams and cars. But I don't believe that data is entered yet, so we won't have it just yet. I really don't know where the restart point on this is. That's what's going on here. Starters after the S's. What's this car doing way off, going backwards here? That's Frez. I'm not sure what exactly Frez is doing over there. But, yeah, I really don't know. All right. I think they are green. They are, in fact, green. Looks like a clean getaway for the prototypes. Nothing out of ordinary so far. Pretty clean start from everybody. No real scrapping for position right now. Let's go see what's happening back in GT. As there's already 2 cars off. That is the AMS car and one of the OTR cars. Greggles find himself in third right now with all kinds of people behind him dueling for position. A very chaotic start. Looks like Machine's going for an overtake on Kooten. AMS car definitely losing out a lot. Not sure who's in that. I think that's Tsunami in that. Yacht's not having a great start, shuffling right back. Prototypes seem to be still going out well. Saint is taking on Ace very hard right now. Billowcat in that battle as well, as we see DDM Drive further up trying to challenge Greggles for, I believe that is fourth or third. That is third. Car off, or is that just Frez? I think that's just Frez. That's just Frez. Car going into the pit lane already. Oh no, does Tsunami have damage? Tsunami didn't have damage, but making a lap 1 stop. Interesting. I know what his thought process is there. If he's seeing that as Ace is running way off there, goes from first to fifth. Not exactly sure why he was off over there, but definitely losing out a lot of time there. Currently in the lead is Saint, followed by Billowcat, Demonic, Amazement, Ace, Blackburn, and then the RDE car. Striker currently out in front. Oh, I know that's Vulcan out in front. Vulcan's already charged through the grid to the lead. Fantastic race from him. I thought he would be seeing the red mist after being denied a great first stint. Already 0.6 seconds over second. We've got a whole group of GT cars back there, as we see Renault trying and succeeding to overtake Machine, going down into the chicane. Good, clean move there. Further back, we have a little bit of a dice going on for the final spot in GT, as we see Yachts going up the inside of Duke the Rebel. Who's that lonely dude? That's just Frez. I'm not sure why he is where he is, or what he's doing, but he's just over there. He's not participating, I don't think, as we see the RDE car trying for 6th in prototype right now. A little bit of a race at the back. That one car lonely on track is AMS Tsunami, having made a very early stop. I believe that his strategy is that he thinks that there's going to be a lot of carnage and losing of time in the field, so got his first stop out of the way right now, so that way he can just run in clean air for a while before everything starts getting all clogged up. Hey, Beast Shadow, that was how you ended up where you did in that stint, I will never know, because you had such a torrid stint. Like, every time we were watching you, you seemed to be losing the back end. Something was going wrong, but you managed just to keep it together and ended up getting a fantastic position. As we've seen Machine get back past Renaud. Renaud looking like he's going to try a dive bomb into the chicane again. Does so. Ooh, a little bit too deep, maybe. He's going to switch it up the inside. Nope, can't do it. Renaud takes back that position. Up front in GT, we have quite a train of cars going on right now, from Kooten to Drive to Greggles. 3-car train right now. Elsewhere in prototype, Saint still leads, gapping Billowcat a little bit. Demonic looks like he's trying to chase down Billowcat. Looks like they're about equal on pace, maybe Demonic with a little bit of pace advantage. Ace, or Amazement, actually right in that battle as well. Didn't realize they were there. Ace, we're not sure exactly what happened. We saw him go wide. His car wide up there. Looked like he avoided the wall. It looks like one of the OTR cars from back here. That would have to be Striker, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would have to be Striker. Elsewhere, Amazement and ETR Demonic going at it. We're gonna watch this, as yeah, this is all over the rear bumper there. Going for it into turn 1, going deep on the brakes. Demonic going deeper, having the better run around the outside. A little bit hard to send it up the inside on that corner because it really favors going around the outside and getting a good exit. Ooh, every time they get a little bit light there, you get a little bit light over there, and every time I see the prototypes go through there, I think that it's going straight into the wall of death. Catching every lap back into sunshine, then a proto decided to be impatient and absolutely killed me again. Yeah, it was a crazy race for sure. It looks like we've got all kinds of stuff going on right there. That is the final 2 spots there of Karius and Blackburn. Looks like Karius has gotten past Blackburn. Up front, that's another car in the pit lane, I think. That is the RDE GT car. Or is that... Oh, no, that's damage off of the final corner. Where's the boy Vulcan? Leading the field again. That looks like a final corner incident. More trouble for RDE in this race already. Looks like we've got a very good battle going on right here. Vulcan's so quick. Yeah, he was. Absolute tragedy. I don't know if you saw what happened to him, Beast Shadow, but going through right there with about 5 minutes left to go, ended up losing it. Had 100% damage on everything and had to limp the car from a 30-second lead all the way back into the pit lane to finish 6th. It was heartbreaking. But yeah, currently Vulcan sits in the lead of GT right now. Already up to a 4.2 second lead over Striker. Catch me getting killed when I was leading. I believe we did. Ooh, is Blackburn has a good run there. Not enough room to make it happen, though. We've got quite a gaggle in GT right now between Greggles, Drive, Cooten. That's still a very close little group on track right now. Looks like our celebrity appearance right now, which would have to be Yachts. He's currently running... what is that right now in class? That's 8th? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th. Yep, 8th in class. Either a C lobby. Hey, B lobby, after all of that carnage and all that craziness, for us to still be on time, and that's the RDE car finally making it back to the pit lane. We saw him with full damage having to limp around. Vulcan is low-key quicker than me. He's definitely quicker than me. This is getting spicy over here in GT. We're gonna watch this. The other streamer. Aw, thank you very much, man. I try my hardest, but I can't deny that there are definitely others out there that can do it a little bit better, but I'm glad y'all enjoy what I can do. Ooh, is Cooten a little bit on the grass there. Under braking, that can snap a car around quicker than you can say grandmama in a rocking chair. I have I have no idea what just came out of my mouth, and it didn't make any sense, but you know. Yeah. Yeah. Just going back to the race. Yeah, I had an allegory going there, and it didn't happen. Is Yachts making an early stop? Let's see here. Oh, it's Renaud. I didn't even see Renaud catching up on this. Hey there, Quick Maths. I've been all through that stint, I was calling you Quick Maths. I know that's not your name, but that's just what it worked. Or that's just what it became easiest to say for me. Hey, McQueen. How did it go for you, man? I heard you ended up like 4th. And GTR Luigi will. How's Tsunami doing? Tsunami did... B-Shadow Tsunami took a very interesting strategy. He pitted on after the first lap. So he's running near the back right now. He's running in absolute clean air, which is, I think, what his strategy is right now, is to just not be involved in all of this right here, as we see Renaud make another good move on DDM Drive. He is making spots up left and right as we see Greggles and Drive go for the early stop. Thank you for the gift sub there, Bowtie. Was awful, very bad. Hey man, you still managed to get second somehow. After all of that chaos, the fact that you ended up second on track, I still think is a very good performance. Field's getting a little bit spread out now. Never mind, actually. We have a race for second. PC too low. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Bowtie. And hey, enjoy the sub, McQueen. Where's my gifted sub? As we see Demonic chasing down Bilboquet there, rather than having to buy subscriptions. Hey, man. Ooh, very fast close from Demonic there on Bilboquet. Give them extra life donations. Exactly. As much as I appreciate the subscriptions, I would much rather you give the money you would do for that and give it to Extra Life, because that sub money, it goes to me, but that's not what this is about. This is a charity stream, so please give to Extra Life, not me. If you want to give to me later, do it later, but today, charity stream, please give to them. Can't play like I want. Just 2 hours per week. Ah, gotcha. Donate extra life too. Nice. Thank you very much, Platinum. Really, really appreciate it. All of us here really appreciate it. Whoa, that was a late move. That's a car off. That's the RDE car again. They're just having a rough time. Almost rejoins in the front of the prototype. You wanted to see how your Platinums, or PTG, how you were doing? I think that's Yachts right now. I think he's running 8th. Yeah, the PTG car is running 8th in GT right now. As we see what all we got going on track. Demonic is still very much trying to get past Bilboquet here. As we see them going through that gaggle of GT cars we were watching not too long ago. Out front, Vulcan. How long has it been? Less than 15 minutes of racing. You know, already got an 8.3 second lead. Yeah. Let's just hope that he can avoid that wall again. He's definitely got the pace a little bit deep there for Demonic. Didn't lose too much time there. But, Vulcan's still proving to be the class of the field in GT right now. Fixing to lap a GT car. He is indeed. Tsunami pit on the first lap and is now already being lapped by Vulcan. Interesting. Interesting. Renault is probably going to beat Vulcan. Hope Vulcan can stay in front. How does the stints work? Is it like 2 hours per day in the week? No. So basically we race for an hour and 40 minutes, 5 different times, and we record how far, like what distance every car traveled. And then at the end of the 10 hours, ooh, that's Tsunami off right there. Don't think that was a punt. I think that was just a little bit of an off. But, what am I saying here? Yeah, at the end of the 10 hours, we total up the distances traveled for all 5 stints, and the car that's gone the fastest is the winner. Car that's gone the furthest is the winner, and then so on and so forth from there. So what's really important here is not necessarily track position, it's just distance traveled, but when you have a better position on track, you're going further than your rivals, so track position kind of does matter, but it is not the primary concern in this event. It's really just, at the end of the day, how far your car has traveled. We've already got an incredibly spread out field. Ooh, as we see Demonic getting a little bit loose, he's going to keep it. Oh, he's on the grass again. It's sliding again. Ooh. Sliding all over the place. Amazement trying to get by. I'm not sure if he just misjudged it or what, but there was no contact. Amazement just kind of straight lined off there. But, good for Demonic to be able to keep it on the road there, but, kind of chaotic for sure. Looks like we got a GT battle going in there with Kooten and Renaud. Renaud trying to get past, Tsunami there, I believe. Tsunami already a lap down, having stopped early on, then we saw him go off right there, actually. Getting out of the way as a respectful driver does. Kind of. But, for the most part, getting out of the way, letting him through. But Renaud definitely seems to be one of the faster guys in GT right now. I'd like to see a showdown between Renaud and Vulcan at some point. Okay, C Lobby should be starting soon. Alrighty, Barney, best of luck to you, man. I'm rooting for you from here. But kind of wild that it's already this spread out of a field. It was definitely not this way before, but everybody's taken very interesting pit strategies. Well, looks like we've got a little bit of a scrap between Drive and Greggles. See what's going on over there. We haven't covered the DDM car very much with the flames on it, because everybody know that flames makes cars go faster. So, theoretically, by that logic, this should be the car to beat out here. Looks like we've got a big old grouping over there. I think that that's just protos filtering through. It is. Alright, sorry about that. But, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. But, still, interesting how this stint is developing already. It is very much different than what we were seeing in Stint 1. Like a complete opposite to what we were seeing in Stint 1. Stint 1, we saw everybody very packed up. We saw people getting into each other because they were all packed up. But now we have a variety of different pit strategies. We've seen people pitting incredibly early. I'm sure we're going to be seeing people go very long. So, going to be interesting to see how this one filters out. Vulcan saves on chance, no one saves on chance. I'm going to say that I believe that as well. Because he was absolutely gapping the field with every lap last stint while he had his lead before his wreck. So, we'll see how it develops for sure. But Renaud is catching Striker. He definitely seems to be a man with some pace. But Vulcan already about 10 seconds over Striker, so gonna be a tight fight between these two, I have a feeling. There's Greggles. He'd never want to hop that curb right there. Is there any races with classic vehicles? Yeah, absolutely. We do those from time to time. I mean, I guess you can consider these classic, but these are older. Ooh, is coming out of the pit lane. Couldn't just... I don't know. I guess Greggles just didn't really want to be adventurous there, but gets held up very much by Cooten coming out of the pit lane. I think he could have shot by him, but neglected not to. And we have a three-way Corvette battle with the Saint, our leader and prototype, coming right on through. Saint actually has a large lead over Bilboquet, surprisingly. We saw the ART car doing well last stint, but ran into issues late on and ended up DCing. So they have a lot to gain, fighting their way back through. But you know, we'll see how things progress. Definitely spread out there. Actually, hold on. Looks like we have the RDE car working on the SFM car. We're still watching this three-way Corvette battle. Ooh, Greggles getting a little bit late on the brakes there, getting in the back of Cooten. Drive taking advantage of it. Almost got Cooten in that same move as well. Might still try it. Oh, that's dangerous. Trying to go up the inside there. That is just a fender tap away from sadness for one, if not both cars. What happened to that other Corvette? Oh, Greggles pit. Okay. I was about to say, like, he's just kind of gone now. As we see Bilboquet coming up through these guys. There was another battle I thought I saw happening that I wanted to watch, which is Ace versus Kairez. So gonna jump back to that battle as we see Cooten go a little bit wide. I think DDM Drive is gonna have a great chance to overtake here. Cooten defends on the outside. No chance yet. See if he can't get the toes and make it happen down the back straightaway. Another prototype coming through, that's Demonic. We've seen Demonic trying to overtake Cooten a lot, then having a little bit of an issue, sliding around, falling right back. I would imagine that we haven't seen the last of Demonic trying to get past Bilboquet, though. That's an RDE car off again. That's, I think, like the third or fourth time we've seen that car off already. I'm not sure what's going on with that Viper, but it has not been a great time for them. Jensen had a decent stint in it last time, despite getting caught early on in some incidents. Managed to bring it home second after a great drive. Was Amazement gets a little bit close to Cooten there. How is that Ace Kairez battle going? Still about 0.7 of a second. Whoa, as Amazement almost chops the nose off of Cooten there, trying to get in for the line for the corner. Looking elsewhere for anything exciting happening on track. Looks like it's getting pretty spread out everywhere else. Like, the gaps are just continuing to grow. Looks like Renaud is starting to... Well, never mind. That was 2 seconds. But now it's back up to 2.5 seconds. So maybe he's not quite catching Striker at the pace I thought. Vulcan's not really expanding his lead very much. That was about 9.9, 10 seconds about a few minutes ago when we checked. Hasn't really improved much, so not sure if Vulcan's just running a pace or if Striker's put on the boost and is starting to catch him. Well, never mind, that's gone up to 10.8 now, almost 11 seconds, so who knows. Too hard to infer right now. We're actually going to watch this prototype battle. ESV car had a terrible stint one. That's interesting. As we see, Kairez has gotten past Ace. Ace looks like he's going to try and get it back, though. Trying it up the inside, maybe. Nope, not yet. A little bit loose on the back end. Ryder only did 195.58 miles. As opposed to what are the other prototypes doing. That is definitely some intrigue at the front. Is an RDE car, huge, will get caught up on Yacht. Ace is now all over this. Not great through the top of the hill there, down into the S's. Fast in the M3, he'll make up for it. Interesting. 1997 with terrible GT luck. That is very interesting, actually. Very intriguing, to say the least. Is it kind of choppy on y'all guys in the game? I feel like it's like in my preview, it's getting a little bit choppy at times. That is the RDE car still having issues. I'm not really sure what's going on with Brito, but just definitely not been a stint to remember so far. Looks smooth for me. Okay, I just thought I was seeing some little skips here and there, which I'm not a fan of. I would try to provide the best broadcast I can and the highest quality, so it matters to me. Definitely a much more tame Stint 2 compared to Stint 1 so far. Vulcan increasing his gap. I think he heard me saying that he wasn't running as fast as before, and now has really put on the speed, as we see that 2 Corvette battle being passed by this prototype battle that we're watching right now. This is mostly streaming FM7. I stream a lot of things, Attic Racer. I do My Summer Car, The Binding of Isaac, GTA, various GTAs, scary games, Mario games. I do a little bit of everything, but I'd say that generally it is focused on cars and racing. I'm definitely a bit of a variety streamer, but I do a lot of these commentary events for TORA in Motorsport 7, looking to get into some other sim racing games in the future. So yeah, there's a lot of racing content around here, but a lot of everything else as well. A little bit for everybody, I would say. Or is it Cars 2? I've played it, but I haven't actually done much in it. Unless you're talking about the... Oh, PC 2. Yeah, okay. I thought you said PlayStation 2 for a second. I was about to say, like, yeah, I've streamed Gran Turismo 4 before. Ace got a great run up through the top of the hill there. The official Forza stream in this lobby too. I believe it is Yachts, right? He's running a little bit of a quiet stint so far. Where is he currently? Currently running 15th overall, which I believe is 7th in class? No, that's 8th, I would think, right? Let's see, Vulcan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, he's running an 8th right now. A little bit quiet back there. It looks like the SFM prototype has a great run here. Might see a dive bomb. Not quite. Looks like at the very, very top. Okay, well, never mind. He decided to send it. A little bit of a tap. Not sure how he was going to get the overtake to actually work there, but hey, credit for trying. Looks like Renault is catching Stryker now, so we might see a battle for second between the 2 OTR Porsches for second. Yachts. Oh, not yacht. Yachts. I've only ever seen his name. I've never, like, talked to the guy or done much interaction with him, so I apologize if I'm getting it wrong. But actually, we're going to bounce to this battle because they are definitely catching up with each other. Renault is definitely the fastest car on track right now that is not Vulcan in the GT category. We really haven't been able to tell what their pace equivalence is. But if Renault gets past Stryker, I think we'll be able to tell very well. Ooh, his Stryker gets a little bit loose there. That's going to give Renault all the opportunity he needs to close up and make a move. Could we see a little bit of a scuffle between 2 team cars? We've seen it before in endurance races like this. Who knows? Vulcan getting up to about a 15-second lead now. Whoa, a striker. Not sure how he managed to lose it there, but loses it, almost rejoins. Very bad rejoin there. Avoided damage, just completely lost the car. Almost took out, I'm not sure who that was, but a prototype, and I think Greggles with the rejoin there. Greggles already a lap down, it seems. Seems that B-Lobby has a bit of a pace differential right now, but hey, interesting. All right, so let's see. Which one of these two is faster, Vulcan or Renaud? Gap right now is 15.2. We'll check back on it in a few minutes, see what it is there. If it increases, stays the same, or decreases, we'll know. But if it's increasing, or it is actually decreasing, looks like Renaud is starting to cut into it just a little bit, ever so slightly. I think it's a little bit too early to say for sure, but if that is the case, I think come the end of this stint, we could see a very talented battle for the lead of GT. Remember, Vulcan and the LCM car really needs a good stint after putting in a spectacular showing last stint, but having it all taken away in the final corner. Driving the wheels off the car. Oh yeah, for sure. Got somebody in the pit lane. Who is that? That is FSM Ace, and followed by the RDE Proto. Thank you for the follow, ETR Mr. Magic. Glad to have you. Remind everybody again that this is in fact a charity stream with the Extra Life charity. All donations received today will go to the Children's Miracle Research Network Hospital. All goes towards a fantastic cause, so please, if you're feeling generous, I urge you to donate. You can type !donate, you can click that link up there, or you can click that one right there that Unku has so graciously provided. I encourage you all to do so, but hey, if you can't give, I can understand that. And in that case, all I ask is that you enjoy the content. That is Blackburn in the pit lane as well. He's kind of fallen off the pace a little bit. We saw him duking it out up front a little bit early on, but has since fallen back a little bit. As Vulcan, okay, well, Renaud seems to be just that little bit quicker than Vulcan. I think that was over about a lap and a half, 6/10, 7/10 of a second out of his lead. I think we're gonna have a very interesting battle on our hands once things filter out. Current leader overall is AMS the Saint. Pretty, well, as we see him dive into the pit lane. How about that? So, on track, then our leader will be Bill Boquette. Last stint's winner. Definitely helped by attrition, but definitely had some pace as well. I think safe right now, doesn't want to crash again. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't blame him for being a little bit gun shy. It's another prototype coming into the pit lane. That's the Amazement. For anybody else close on track, everything in this stint so far has been very spread out. Hey, C-Lobby still yet to start, huh? That's kind of wild. But yeah, the field very spread out. So if you guys, as always, when things are very chill, you guys want your car to get some screen time, just let me know, and we will go cinematic on said car, as there's nothing else much happening on track. Fact 3 for today: a multitude of racing series run on road Atlanta, from the 24 Hours of Le Mans, or Lemons rather, Formula Drift, and Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge, all the way to the IMSA WeatherTech series. It is true. My boy Vulcan. Alrighty, as we see Kooten dive for the pit lane. And I swear I'm not doing this just because I am in fact the LSM driver, but he is in fact having quite a drive. Something to behold. As he's actually coming in, I mean, what is this? Every car that I've been trying to spectate recently has just been like, pit stop time. Do the DOBD machine lap for a lap or two? Absolutely, Nishira. Speaking of Nishira, you had quite a exciting last stint, I believe. Machine's actually running very well right now. Currently sitting in, I believe, 4th in class. I believe. Hold on, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, running in 4th right now. Set off, and like 5 people's games crashed. They don't want you to spectate them. Commentators curse and all that. Yeah. I've. When are you racing with your esports team? I'm not really racing in too many events right now. I'm running in a series on Tuesdays with the RF4 League and their Spec Bugatti Championship. And thanks for screaming once again, Buck. Oh, absolutely, man. It is really my pleasure. It is a ton of fun, and I really enjoy it. But not too many other series right now that I'm participating in right now. Really just spread out, which is kind of surprising. We're not even halfway through this stint, and we already have a huge spread in the field. That is Renaud making his first stop. Vulcan should filter out ahead of him, as we can see said Vulcan right there. Is that Striker in the pit lane as well? All right. That is both OTR cars stacking in the pit lane. Not that stacking really does anything in Forza, but hey. Ooh, his machine gets on the grass there a little bit. Doesn't seem to suffer much from it, so good on him. I'm going to go and try to chill out with the race. See you all later. For real this time? Alrighty. Well, best of luck, Barney. We're rooting for you. Every time I see Frez just parked off on the side of the road, I think it's a car off in the final corner, but it's not. It's just Frez chilling. I was going to say, hey, there's a race going on right there, but that's just Striker coming out of the pit lane. Immediately under contest from Drive, so see if there's any excitement going on here. See if Drive can, no, he hasn't made his pit stop. Let's see if he can give Striker a run for his money. Well, Striker getting a little bit loose on cold tires. Drive not exactly able to capitalize, but keeping very close, keeping in check. Getting very close to the back end of him. Oh, Drive having a little bit not great through there. Really nice commentary, by the way. Thank you very much, man. It means a lot to hear that. Because I know I'm not a professional, but, you know, with every race I commentate, I try to get a little bit better. I was saying, hey, these two cars are close, but that's just the ones we're watching. Another car in the pit lane. Who is that? That is Brito in the pit lane. I don't believe that that's his first trip down pit lane, but I don't exactly have a way to verify that. That is correct. Crow is not racing. His Striker gets very close to... What's that? What is that? What's going on there? I thought that was a car in the pit lane, but that's just a car stopped on the front straightaway. That is Brito stopped on track. And, maybe he just DC'd. He did, in fact, just DC. How big of a gap does Vulcan have? Right now, pit stops are not cycled through. Give these streams low key. If I had one, I would be in one. I guarantee you. But unfortunately, I do not have one. But if I did, you can bet that I'd be watching it. Looks like Striker's catching... oh, hold on. That looked like there was an overtake there. Not exactly sure what's going on here. Looked like Striker went off, then Drive got past, but then Striker got back by. If the timing is to be believed. But that is our first DC. Another car off there. That's Blackburn. I believe that's just an off. Probably nothing damaging there. Nope. Did you want to put on the live timing? I'm going to do that after Stint 3. Because as of now, it's not fully up to date. Probably. And it's just always been awkward. Like, I've never really had a good spot to put it that isn't, like, over everything else. Lifetime is up to date? Oh, well, in that case, then, we can have this up right here. So, it'll be scrolling through all of the distances so far as of Stint 1. and can give you some insight as to where everybody is overall. Oh, as we see Drive going way wide, still trying to get past Striker. Pretty good scrap we've got going here. About the only real battle we have going on track. Everything else is very spread out and procedural. Right now, Vulcan has a 6.6 second lead over Machine, who is yet to make their first stop. Machine sitting second on track right now, but with a 9.6 gap to Renaud. So do some quick maths. 7 plus 9, it's about 14.5 second gap, about what it was before these pit stops. So not too big of a change there. Haven't seen really any indication that one of those two is faster than the other. They're running about equivalent pace. Quick maths. 7 plus 9 equals 2. I might be bad at maths, but not that bad. Well, the Striker going a little bit wide there. Definitely losing some time in doing so. Looks like we got a prototype coming up. There's Demonic coming up. See how he makes his way through. Demonic and the ETR car having a much, much calmer, nicer stint. Not seeing Demonic off or into anybody at all. Whereas about this time, last stint, we had seen him involved in several different incidents. Not all from his own doing. Most of them not from his own doing. Just wrong place, wrong time. We really haven't seen all that many incidents at all this stint, which is kind of a shock considering how many we saw last stint. Guess everybody got the craziness out of their system as a long dive from downtown by DDM Drive to try and get past Striker. Contact didn't quite have the momentum to make it past, or the room. But hey, kudos for trying. Heck of a send. Definitely our best battle going on track right now is between these two for, I believe, 5th. You see Amazement go on through there. And amazingly, only the tip of that tire wall has been scattered. As we see Drive getting right up on the back. He's going to have the opportunity to have another go here. If he can keep it close, which he not really kept it too close. Let's say he could have it going down into the bend, but not quite close enough. Follow, by the way. Much love to everyone. Hey, man. Well, every time it seems that a Drive gets close, he seems to fall back. Can't quite keep it close enough to have a proper go at Striker. Out front, Machine is still yet to pit. Looks like Renaud... Sure what's going on there. He just fell back a little bit. Is he making a second stop? Ooh, Scootin almost ate it. What's going on here, huh? He has made a second stop with damage. That's a, that's not great. That's very interesting for Renaud. Not sure what happened there. Looked like he was coming through the final sector. There was a prototype there, and I think another GT car. But that's damage for one of the favorites for GT right now. So, that gives Vulcan some breathing room for sure. Got 15 seconds over Machine. Machine is yet to make his yet to make his first stop, actually. So, definitely got some buffer room there. It's like up at the front, we have a gaggle of cars. Going through the final corner. I'm not sure who the second car in there is. That's Vulcan. Vulcan making his second stop. Interesting. Making his second stop before Machine has even made their first. So, Machine is going to take the lead on the road. But it will be short-lived as they have yet to stop. Check out Kutin for a second. Yes, we can. Let me find Kutin for you. Currently running third on track in the 54 Corvette. And currently running second on track now as he passes Vulcan in the pit lane. So I believe he is yet to make his first stop. Well, he's definitely going to be having a stop here before too long. I believe that he hasn't made a single one yet. Let's see. I know that Machine has not, or maybe Machine has. Never mind. Machine has just now made their first stop. Drive is yet to stop. Striker, I believe, is yet to make their second stop. Drive might not have made his first stop. I'm not sure. Yeah, Drive is yet to make their first stop. Striker's made one stop. Kooten, I believe, has only made one, or has made no stops. Very hard to tell when you can only infer from the condition of the tires where things are and who's doing what. Tsunami has had a really rough stint so far, though, I've got to say. Pitted on lap 1, it looked like a tactical decision, but then we saw him running into some issues as he was being lapped. So, pretty torrid stint there. That's car off in the S's. Who is that? That is Demonic off. It's happened again to the OTR car. This time, got away with no damage. Might have just looped it. But the OTR, or not the OT car, the ETR, excuse me, I apologize. ETR car looping it up at the top of the hill. That is Vulcan in the pit lane again? No, that's Vulcan with damage. What's happened now? Again, Vulcan with damage and has to limp it the entire way around. What has happened? Was it the same exact thing? It looked like there was another car limping around there. I suspect that there was another car involved, but it's happened again. I cannot believe it. Oh my god, dude. Vulcan with so much pace. Absolutely the class of this GT field. Damaged early in the lap, having to limp it around all the way again. There goes by Renaud, who has just had to pit for damage himself. Terrible, terrible luck for Vulcan here. Another car in the pit lane. I think that's a Proto. That is Blackburn. I thought we just saw Blackburn in the pits, so that could have been... Who's the other car limping? I'm not sure at the moment. I want to say that I think Blackburn was over in that area when it happened, but I don't know for sure about that. I cannot confirm that one. 16th? That is Drive. Well, maybe it's not Drive. Oh, it is Drive. Well, I'm not sure how those two would have gotten together, though, because they were on two very different parts of the track. Drive yet to make his stop unless Vulcan had caught up to him and was trying to get back past them. But I guess the evidence is pointing towards the coming together between Vulcan and Drive. Drive damage, indeed, a lot. Worse off than Vulcan, even though they're both not well off. So we've got a battle between Renaud and Duke the Rebel. And from personal experience racing against Duke the Rebel, he is a very fierce driver when it comes to battles, so we can see something spicy going on here. Renaud right up on the rear of him. As Vulcan's made it around to the pits, has dropped near the back. Nice overtake there from Renaud. Around the outside, in the braking. Very clean. Very good. Alright, well, that's Drive and Vulcan in the pit lane. Another unlucky stint for Vulcan. How's it going? What's Vulcan doing? Vulcan got into an incident of some sort and had to limp the car all the way around the track with full damage yet again. We're not exactly sure how that came to be, but it definitely was happening. I want to watch Duke. And it was at around the start finish, so it could have been... I'm back. How's Tsunami doing? Tsunami has not been doing well, Beast Shadow. After his early stop on the first lap, he had a lot of issues when people coming back to lap him. So he got caught up in that and has lost a lot of time, but he's just inherited several positions from a disconnect and Vulcan and Drive having issues. Well, I'm not exactly sure who that puts in the aggregate lead for GT right now. Right now it's Striker, but Striker has only made one stop. Machine's only made one stop. Renaud is trying to overtake Kooten. Kooten, I believe, has made one stop. Renaud has made two. Yeah, Kooten's fresh out of the pit lane, going for the drag race down the back straight with Renaud. A little bit of a tap, going side by side in the braking zone. They touch in the braking. Whoa, they managed to keep it, both cars pointing in the right direction. A lot of rubbing, but they managed to make it through. Some ballsy move right there. Just saw an overtake from a prototype in the final corner on a GT car. Looks like Duke the Rebel's also having a sniff of this as well. For another league race, I'm busy. Oh man, you are a busy man. Doing one stint in Enduro, then going to another league race. More power to you. This is a large battle for, I believe, third, as we see Demonic getting involved in it too, almost losing the car and spearing Kooten. Manages to keep control of it. Kooten trying around the outside, going wheel to wheel into the braking again. Demonic going up the inside of both of them. Renaud managed to keep it ahead. Oh, it's deep. Not a great corner for Duke the Rebel there. Gonna lose a lot of time. Gonna bounce off him. Thank you for the follow, Ryu's 26. Bot. I didn't ban the bot. I deleted the bot's message, but whatever. Eventually, if it shows its head again. Where's Vulcan? He is currently running in, I believe that's 9th. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he's running back in 9th right now. Was busy, so didn't see it. Yeah, understandable. So Vulcan has a lot of work cut out for him if he's gonna go back up the order. At this point, just, I'd say, head down, focus on just getting in those miles. Anyway, let's do a run through the field as we approach the halfway point of Stint 2. Out front, and decently convincingly so, though that really doesn't mean anything, as we've seen through both these stints. Having a large lead doesn't mean anything, because this track can bite at any moment. But, as it stands right now, AMS the Saint in the ART car out in front, OTR Bilboquet and the OTR Proto in second, The Amazement running in third, ETR Demonic running in fourth, SFM Ace running in fifth, though that's not very guaranteed because it looks like they're having a scrap with the RDE Proto. We're actually going to jump to that. So, fifth is questionable there, but behind them, rounding out the prototype field, is Blackburn. Currently leading the GT field is OTR Striker in one of the OTR Porsches. He's only made one stop though, others behind him have made two, so I don't think that that is an accurate representation of the actual situation. We'll have to see how it shakes out. DOBD Machine running in second, again, has only made one stop. A nice move there for the RDE prototype. Ace had a little bit of a wiggle. Proto made full advantage of it. OTR Renault has made two stops, currently running in third. I think once pit stops filter out, he's going to be in a very solid position for lead in GT. Actually, very much under threat by Kooten, who is running in second. Or not in second. That's, what is that? 1, 2, 3. Oh, Kooten has actually gotten past Renaud. I'm not sure how that happened. Kind of want to watch that. I know these two have been going at it for a while, but looks like Kooten's finally made it happen. So, Renaud follows back to fourth. Duke the Rebel in fifth. Keeping an eye on this battle that we're watching right now between Kooten and Renaud. Behind him in sixth, Greggles. Followed by Yachts, Vulcan, Tsunami, and DDM Drive. Restarted because the lobby host crashed lap 1. Protos had finished the lap, so no one backed out. Huh. That's awkward. But we are now halfway. I want to remind everybody again that this is a charity stream for the Extra Life charity, giving money to the Children's Miracle Research Network hospitals. So please, if you can give anything to such a great cause, I urge you to do so. There are multiple messages throughout chat popping up with the donation link, and if you want to right now, you can type !donation just as that and donate there. Please, I urge you to do so. We've got a $100 goal for the whole 10 hours in B lobby. I'd be absolutely over the moon if we could reach that today. Overall for TORA, across all 5 lobbies and all 5 streams, we have a goal of $2,500. It's an ambitious goal, but I feel like with our community we can definitely reach it if we're all being generous. So I urge you to donate if you can, but if not, understandable. All that we ask then is to just enjoy the race as we see Renaud get it very wrong at the top of the hill. Got that Forza Aero wash at the top of the hill. Car want to stick? Nah, can't have that. Alright, so what else do we have going on right now? Striker still out front, Machine further back. Kooten and Renaud battling for third. Kooten has the advantage right now. Kooten had been kind of under the radar for a little while throughout this stint, Renaud being the big pop-out name, but has suddenly come alive and started really gapping Renaud. So we'll see how that pans out. Vulcan still way out in no man's land. He might be able to catch yachts by the end. Not sure what the pit strategy is there. I think that Vulcan's actually made all 3 stops. So I know he made one earlier on, and then he made a second one, both scheduled, and then he had to make that third one for damage. So I think, and don't quote me on this, we have no way to verify, but I think he's actually done all 3 mandatory stops, so he could, if he has the fuel or the tires, could go all the way to the end. 46 minutes is a long way to go on a single pit cycle, though. But at the least, he only has 1 more to do. And I believe that there are several cars in front of him that still have 2 to do. So, hey, all might not be lost. That's a car in the pit lane. That is Saint making, I believe, what would have to be their second stop for the AMS, for the ART car. Yeah, I'm going to say that has to be the second stop. Bilboquet assumes the lead. Yeah, it's definitely their second stop. So that's 2 of the 3 stops done there. Got all kinds of cars over here. Kooten and Renaud, prototypes in between, as we can see them just up ahead. So once again, a very spread field. We're not watching anything in specific. Feel free to let me know if you guys want your guys' team car or just a car you're a fan of to get some screen time, and we will do so. But it looks like Duke the Rebels, that's not a battle for position. Duke the Rebel is a lap up on the drive, but, well, maybe some overtaking in the future. Looks like that Renaud-Kooten battle's heating up, starting to get close again. Ooh, as Renaud got a little bit loose there, manages to keep control of it. That's just a very, very dangerous situation, though. One wrong movement of the suspension on that car, and you are deceased in that turn 1 tire wall. Or that front straight tire wall. Kooten a little bit early on the braking there. Didn't actually affect him too much. Another car in the pit lane. Who is that? That is Blackburn, making what I would assume to be his second stop. Looks like Saint is coming up to put Carez a lap down. Saint, aggregate leader in Proto right now. There he is right there. Bilboquet yet to make his second stop. And it looks like the OTR cars have really given themselves some teamwork there. Looked like from that, Renaud had a good run, maybe an opportunity to make an overtake there as we see Tsunami up ahead. What a ambitious dive. Kept it all the way through. Fantastic move there from Renaud. I didn't think that was going to stick, but getting on very well for Renaud. Gaining back on first. He is cutting into Yachts. Last we looked, that was a 48-second gap. Now it's down to 44 and closing. So he is making good time, but he has a lot of time to recover. Really good film. Good to hear, man. Tsunami just getting out of the way. See if Kooten has anything for Renaud again. Actually, Kooten getting a little bit held up by Tsunami. Looked like that was a classic handbrake twist through there. Good pal SVR Blackout was the one who taught me that at this racetrack, of just feathering the handbrake to get some more rotation and braking power out of the car. I thought he was absolutely crazy until I realized that it's actually a legitimate strategy. That's what it looked like I saw there, but just a little bit too much. Another car in the pit lane. Who might that be? That is our previous on-track leader, Striker, in the pit lane. So, Machine will inherit the on-track lead right now. And it looks like this Renaud-Kooten battle is actually kind of catching up to Machine, so we could see some challenging for the lead. I think once things shake out, we're definitely going to see Renaud being a very strong favorite for the lead of Stint 2. But, hey, as I said at the start of this stint, it would seem that anything can happen, and usually will happen around here. And that has proven to be true so far. Drive have an off? He did. He had a coming together with Vulcan. Vulcan was in the lead trying to, or Vulcan had already made a stop trying to get back past Drive. Didn't see it happen, but, yeah, they both had damage, both had to limp their way across or around the entire track. Looks like, prototype leader, Bilboquet, getting past somebody there. Is that another proto? No, it was not. As Renaud has caught Machine, and they're going at it. Porsche on Porsche. Like, we have a lot of clumps of cars, just none of them really racing for position. That's another car into the pit lane. Who might that be? That is Demonic in. So I believe that all of the green dots on our radar are Porsches. So at least you can denote those by the green dots. Those are always going to be prototypes. Red could be either GT or anything else. And the yellows are the 911s, as we see an ambitious dive from Renaud trying around the outside there. Didn't really have the room to make it stick. Machine stays ahead. Another car in the pit lane. Who might that be? That is SFM Ace in the pit lane. Amazement is not the on-track leader right now. Bilboquet still is. He has not made his stop. This is the battle on track for the lead of GT that we're watching right now. But remember, Renaud has made 2 stops opposed to Machine's 1. So, in reality, once pit stops happen, Machine is not really in the lead, but they're looking like they're going to battle on track nonetheless. They don't care what pit cycles are about, as Renaud stuffing it up the inside, scraping his way through, makes it stick. Good pass. Oh, looks like Machine is not going to give up so easily, though. This could be an interesting development. We've seen that Renaud has the overall pace, but maybe we can see Machine have a lunge to try and get back past. As there goes SFM Ace, fresh out of the pits. In the background there looked like that was Stint. Yep. As Renaud running off a little bit on the grass. Not sure if that would have compromised his exit too much, but we'll find out. We got basically half the field going on the back straight right now. Just not a lot going on with it. There's, what's happened here? How has Vulcan ended up there? I guess Duke the Rebel has made another stop. Yachts moves up into 6th in class, I believe. Pretty good run from him so far. Been a quiet run, but a good one. Every time I think that that's a car off there. As Renaud taking the outside to let the prototype by. A little bit of a nervous spot to do such a thing. Amazement getting past some traffic there. Definitely a very spread out field right now. It's relatively close at the front. But prototype is very spread out, that's for sure. Well, once again, the RDE car and the SFM car are relatively close on track. They've been giving us a constant scrap to watch from time to time. So, hey, maybe we'll see some more action from those two. Elsewhere, it's definitely starting to open up a little bit. Looks like Kuten's kind of catching Machine here as well. Striker not far behind Kuten. I still believe that Machine has yet to make their second stop. So, that'll actually put them a little bit further back when that does in fact happen. Which would leave us with Renaud, who I think is on the same strategy as Kuten. Actually relatively close, 3.5 seconds between those two. We might have something going on in the S's right there. We do indeed. We got that prototype battle I was just saying, and we go back just in time to see a fantastic maneuver through the S's. S's are not easy to overtake in, but Calrez just made it look easy, that's for sure. Good pass on Ace. Moves up into 5th. Still both a lap down, unfortunately. Some good stuff. Even though we just saw the very end of it, didn't get to see the crafting of the move. And elsewhere, Kuten has caught Machine. Machine, I think, starting to really feel the effect of going long on those tires. Maybe dropping back in pace a little bit here. Whatever the reason is, definitely being caught. And that prototype battle is still going on. We're going to watch it on our little ticker. As Ace is definitely right next to Calrez. Or right behind him, rather. Not necessarily right next to him. Going up through the S's now. That's a car off in the S's. That is Vulcan off. Oh, no. Vulcan meeting the tire wall of doom. Getting away with no damage, though, so that's good. Or avoiding the pit lane for anything unnecessary. But still, not something you want to see. As Kuten is definitely putting Machine under pressure. I believe that that's Vulcan probably just trying to push a little bit too hard to recover what he's lost. As Amazement hesitated to try and make the overtake there. Backed out of it. Ended up getting tipped in the middle of the track. Doesn't look like he's been collected. I think that's everybody through there clear. I think, looking at the map, everything looks fine there. We have our leader in right now. That's Bilboquet making his stop finally. Somebody else in the pit lane, not sure who that is. That is Greggles coming out of the pit lane. Taken out in C lobby after all the restarts got used. Oh, you hate to see it. Well, everything has started popping off a little bit now, huh? We went from not much happening to a lot happening very quickly. And it looks like Striker might be getting in on this battle as well between Machine, Kuten. Could be a three-way battle for what I believe is 3rd. That's actually for 2nd. Blackburn in the pit lane there, it looked like. How is that battle going for 5th and Proto? Still pretty close. Calrez staying ahead at the moment. Oh, Kooten looks like he's going to have a fantastic drive. Sails past. Made it look easy. Gotta have some weight down there to send it there. No lift, no nothing. But a fantastic move there from Kooten. Makes it past. And it looks like another car moving slow there. Blackburn, that's fresh out of the pits for Blackburn and immediately damaged. Not sure if that was self-inflicted or what the issue was there, but that's some torrid luck for him. Fresh out of the pits and going straight back in. Yeah, you really hate to see it. Gonna watch that prototype battle since that's still raging back there. That is for 5th in proto. Elsewhere, Striker has side by side with Machine, actually. What's going on here? They are side by side. Final corner. Whoa! Contact. That's never good to see contact there. I'm amazed they're still making contact. I think that might be Forza glue, though. A little bit of a tap going into the corner. Striker manages to stay ahead. Might go a little bit wide, though. Machine still keeping touch. Looks like Striker has the pass done. We might see Machine come right back at him, though. Looks like it. He will. He's got the run. Not the room, though. All the while, Kooten is taking this opportunity to say thank you very much. I'm just going to check out here. Yacht's kind of running all alone right now in 12th overall. 2 cars in the pit lane. That is Amazement, who we saw in the first incident get tapped around. Disappointment for him is Striker's just way off on the grass. Going for a little bit of a tour of the woods. And Blackburn straight out of the pit lane, back into the pit lane. Torrid luck for him. Once again, half of the prototypes staying out of trouble and doing really well. The other half just being involved in all kinds of trouble. Not really been any in between so far. How's that race for 5th going? I guess that's a race for 4th now, as Ace is actually falling a fair bit back from Calras. Out front, Bilbo gets only 3.7 behind Saint. So we could see a battle for the lead for Prototype developing eventually, because they are on the same strategy. Sounds like Striker's looking to get back by Machine here. Looking for anything else interesting happening on track. Nothing that catches my eye immediately. There's a car in the pit lane. Who might that be? That is Yachts in the pit lane. I think that would have to be his 2nd stop, if I am counting correctly. But if I'm counting correctly is always a, you can never be sure. I'm definitely going to be watching that gap at the front between Saint and Bilboquet. We saw Saint have a very strong early lead, but seems to have been cut back a little bit as Machine just couldn't get it off the grass there. Just getting sucked off into nature. And Striker gets past Machine the exact same way Machine got past Striker last time by. Will we see a dive bomb? Oh, he's going deep. He's going deep. Oh, too far back, though. A very ambitious dive, a well-controlled dive, but too far back to actually make the move. But he's now very close to try and make another move happen elsewhere. It's like Greggles and Rebel maybe having a scrap eventually. Back there. Vulcan actually has been catching Yachts despite his other issue. Oh, as we see Machines hook it in on the curb, slams it into the wall. Oh, very dangerous spot to be rejoining. Looks like he might be safe enough to do it. Oh, that's a Prototype. Okay, good on Machine, good on Machine. Saw that Prototype coming, got out of the way. Oh, you hate to see it. That is damage as well. So I guess it was about time for Machine to make his 2nd stop anyway, and this has really just accelerated that. Well, that calms that battle down in GT for a while. As there goes Ace flying on through. Greggles is definitely catching Rebel, so I'm going to ride with the SFM boys. Or not the SFM boys, the VER boys. It's nowhere close to SFM. In fact, they don't even share any letters. I don't know what I was getting that from. But we'll see if the VER lads want to have a scrap together. Yachts isn't actually all that far away from them either, as you see him get into the frame right there. And then back behind him, Vulcan's not all that far either. Doing a run through the field with just under 30 minutes left after that car exits the pit lane, because that is Machine making his second stop after that damage in the pit wall. He looks like he's actually going to fall back very far due to that, if I had to guess. That is a longer pit stop. I'm not sure where he's going to come out. He might come out in the middle of these cars back in 12th, 13th, 14th. Not sure. As they're going down the pit straight now, we're riding on board with one of them, which is Greggles. Looks like Duke is past. Greggles is past. Machine back in 14th, might even get passed by Vulcan. He will get passed by Vulcan, or Vulcan will be challenging him immediately. Nope, Vulcan gets passed. Terrible luck for Machine there. What's the gap from Yachts to Symbolo? I don't know, but from Vulcan to Vulcan, it was about 8 seconds, and it's being trimmed down pretty quick. So we're gonna go through the field. Just under a half hour left as we see Stryker going off on a little bit of a journey there. Manages to keep it going straight. Lost some time to it. We have AMS the Saint leading Prototype right now. Followed 4.6 seconds back from OTR Bilboquet, who we've seen going long every time as OTR passes OTR there. ETR Demonic in a much better stint for the ETR car this time out. Currently sits third. RDE Caloras, after a great scrap, great scrap with SFM Ace running in fourth. But one lap down. Speaking of SFM Ace, only 1 second back. Currently sitting in fifth from Caloras, so we could see a changing of position for fourth. Don't cross your fingers on that staying as it is. Further back, we have the Amazement, who's had a little bit of a bad luck stint once again in that car. Saw them having an issue and having a GT car getting collected into them. As that is Kooten in the pit lane. Thought that was Vulcan for a second, but that is Kooten making a stop. And then rounding out our Prototype field, who's had an even worse stint than anyone else, Blackburn. Coming out of the pits, immediately taking damage, having to go right back into the pits. You hate to see it. It's really every driver's worst nightmare, other than just a straight DNF. Out front, pretty convincingly at the moment, is OTR Renault, followed by OTR Stryker. And then we have RDC Kooten, followed by Duke the Rebel. I am Greggles Yachts, CXR Vulcan, DOBD Machine. Some bad luck for Machine there. Catching a curb, looping it, having to limp all the way around the track. 16th overall, we have DDM Drive, another driver who's had a pretty rough stint. DDM has not had an easy start to this 10 hours of Road Atlanta. A disconnect in stint 1 and a pretty rough ride in stint 2. So hopefully their fortunes will improve later on. Then rounding out our driver still running is AMS Tsunami. Only one DC so far, which was RDE Brito, very early on. And Frez doesn't count because Frez is just there, in case you were wondering. We've got a battle between Greggles and Duke. I was expecting that to heat up at some point. Looks like it is. Vulcan is definitely catching Yachts, so we could see Vulcan, depending on how many stops he has to do, which I know he's already done at minimum 2. I'm pretty sure he's done 3, so he could go all the way to the end, depending on when that third stop happened. So he could actually recover quite a few positions in this and have a respectable finish come out of it. But right now, our focus is on Duke and Greggles. How it will shake out, I'm not sure. So, once again, prototype, very, very spread out field. Not nearly as spread out due to incidents this time as it was in Stint 1, but nonetheless, a very spread out field at the moment. Car in the pit lane, that is one of the Porsches. That is Renaud making his final stop. Somebody else following him into the pit lane there. That is DDM Drive making what I would assume to be his final stop for this Stint 2. Still got about 20 minutes left of racing here in Stint 2. So we're going to start to see final stops, and we'll get a pretty clear picture of where everybody else is running as everybody makes their final scheduled stops. Who's this running out here? It's the Amazement. Okay. All kinds of traffic going on up here. There is Saint cresting the hill, coming down through final corner right now. And this battle right here, I don't know if I'd call it a battle just yet. Well, never mind. I think it's game on now as Duke slides through turn 1, letting Greggles get right up on him. I was about to say Greggles really hasn't made a huge impression on Duke. They've just been kind of running close to each other as Duke loses the back end again. Greggles thinks about taking the gap, thinks better of it. But Duke seems to be really struggling with the back end of that Porsche. And all the while, here comes Yachts. And when Yachts is coming, Vulcan's coming even faster. So, you could see a little four-way scrap here if nobody has the pit. But I have a feeling that all three, or at least these two cars, have to make their final stop. Bad exit from Greggles there, as Duke kind of disappears off into the distance for a little while. Looking for anything else exciting happening on track. Don't exactly see it. This is definitely our closest grouping right now. Yachts is actually catching Greggles at a quicker rate than anticipated. You can see something going on there. And there goes Bill Boquette. Car in the pit lane. That is RDE. Calara's making what has to be his final scheduled stop. I wonder where he will come out in relation to Ace. Ace yet to make his final stop, but they've been close all day, so perhaps their battles will continue. Well, that whole Bill Boquette catching Saint has proven to be not quite so true, as that gap that was 1 point within 3 seconds is now up to 6.3 seconds. How far behind is Vulcan to GT lead? He's a ways, but he is catching several cars. I don't actually know the number. I don't think I have a way to see for sure. But Striker is currently the leader, who has a 21-second gap over second, who has an 8-second gap over third, who has a 16-second gap over fourth. Is he a lap down? Probably. Let's see. Striker is here. I don't know for sure, but I actually don't think so. Ooh, as Duke goes for a big slide through the grass there. Greggles is going to have a huge opportunity here. Has to check up, though. Decides he's going for it this time. Not going to wait. Oh, is this a prototype pushing him through as well? Got a little bit of help from the proto there. Oh, but he's loose. Oh, what is this? Bill Boquette has issues. Bill Boquette has damage of some sort. Yachts is caught up to this fight. There's a three-way fight going on here. Vulcan's in the background. Vulcan's getting involved as well. What's happened to Bill Boquette? Running in second in prototype. What's happened here? Definitely has damage. Not sure how it happened. As Yachts moves past Greggles, or not Greggles, Rebel. Rebel might try it right back, though. There's Vulcan as well. Vulcan overtaking a prototype on the straight. Well, it's all happening right now, folks. We got a four-way battle for, I believe that is 4th in GT right now. Yacht's taking the late move. Not so good. But now Vulcan has a huge run. Gets Duke the Rebel. Might try and take Yachts. I don't know if I would recommend that. If I were Vulcan, I'd be very wary of trying anything in that corner after we've seen it happen not once but twice. But, well, what a development there. I was about to say, like, Greggles just got the help of his life by the Amazement pushing him, but then everybody had to check up for Bilboquet, who was going very slowly. Not sure what happened to cause him damage. 2 cars in the pit lane right now. I'm sure one of them is Bilboquet. It is. And Demonic in the pit lane as well, so they're making their final stops at the same time. So, Demonic and Bilboquet are effectively on the same strategy as we see Vulcan going for a little bit of a bumpy ride there. Manages to keep it on the road, pointed the right way. But not a big gap there between Demonic and Bilboquet. And that gives Saint a very comfortable cushion right now out in front. As he's making his final stop right now, almost had them a lap down. So let's see if Vulcan tries a dive on Yachts here. We know that he has the pace, just not quite the position just yet. Now, I believe that these two in front of Vulcan still have to pit. Let's see here. Vulcan, 17 minutes left of running, 25% fuel. It's going to be close. He's trying it in turn 1, going up the inside, keeping it fair. A little bit of a tap, makes it out. And that's Vulcan up into 6th. Now he sets the sight on Greggles. But I know for sure that Greggles has not made his 3rd mandatory pit stop yet. Well, I actually am not 100% sure of that, but I very much suspect that he has not, nor has Duke. So we've had quite a shakeup in the standings in the last few minutes. AMS the Saint with a gigantic, almost 30-second lead over Bilboquet now. Ooh, as Greggles gets a little bit loose, that's going to be a sniff of opportunity for Vulcan, I'm sure. But Demonic has been able to close right back up on Bilboquet thanks to that issue, and there's actually pretty close gaps all around in Proto right now. I say pretty close, but it's a lot closer than it has been for the majority of the race so far. With Amazement and Bilboquet having issues, as here comes the Saint right there. Last year, Extra Life raised $14 million with the help of 50,000 gamers. That's an insane number, and I'm honored to be a part of such a huge event, and I very much urge you guys that if you can to donate to Extra Life, all for great causes. You can type !donate if you wish to be generous today. It'll also pop up in chat every once in a while as I hear Vulcan and I see Vulcan. Let's see how Vulcan manages to get past Greggles here. We know he has the pace. Is it going to be around the outside going in to the bottom of the track here? Yes, it is. Sails right on by. Much more confidence on the brakes there from Vulcan. Oh, but he's on the grass. Manages to keep it. I think he'll get away with that one. Keeps it on the gray stuff, not on the green stuff. Looks like Yachts is going to take advantage of that as well. Yachts gets by. Oh, maybe not. We got to watch this. This is going to be a 2-wide Corvette drag race down into the into the chicane. Greggles looks like he has just enough of an advantage. Yachts going deeper, trying it up the inside. Looks like he might have it. Does not have it. Greggles still holds it. Kind of shoves Yachts off a little bit there. Not sure if that was just the car washing on its own or what, but well, Greggles stays ahead of Yachts. Yachts has really turned on the jets these last few laps and has really been making progress. Out front in GT, we have OTR Renaud, as I was expecting once everything went down. Vulcan having a little bit of a twitch. A little bit of a scary moment there. But, hey, didn't end in tears this time. But your GT order is as follows. OTR Renaud, RDC Kooten. 13-second gap between those two. Striker, 3rd. 4 seconds behind Kooten. And 11th. Or no, that's actually fourth? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fourth. Vulcan going all the way back to ninth. Recovering his way up to fourth, but he might have to make one final stop. We're not... it's going to be close if he has to make one final stop or not, but he sits fourth at the moment. Greggles in fifth, closely followed by Yachts, who might have another go here. Too far back to have a proper go. But fifth is up for grabs right now. Duke the Rebel sits 7th. UBD Machine sits 8th. Tsunami 9th. And DDM Drive rounds out our GT field in 10th. Only one DNF. But Vulcan Telemetry for full on tires? I can. We checked it a little while ago and it was on 25%. It's going to be very close. It's a car in the pit lane. Who is that? It's one of the Porsches. That is Duke making his final stop. It's going to drop him right back. Where is... Hold on. Looks like the old Kara's SFM Ace battle is heating back up. Gonna have to keep an eye on that. Where is Vulcan? It's still Duke in the pit lane. Am I blind? I'm blind. Yachts is having a look there. But we have 12 minutes left of running. Ooh, Vulcan 15% fuel left. 68% on those tires. It's going to be very close. I don't know what the average fuel consumed per lap for the Viper is around here, but sounds like he's trying to lift and coast as much as he can, keeping it very low geared. He definitely knows what his situation is and is trying as hard as he can to conserve fuel. We saw that we saw people doing that last stint as well, and it didn't necessarily work out. See, due to the track. Oh, well, it is currently I think 15% fuel, 68% on the front tires, 58% on the rear tires. And looks like Yachts and Greggles are still going at it. That's not who I wanted. I wanted Yachts. We're closing right up on the end of Greggles. And there's Blackburn. Let's see here. Where is that? Another car in the pit lane there. It's one of the Porsches. Or Porsche prototypes, I think. No, it's not. It is Tsunami and the Jag. Right, the only blue dot is Tsunami and the Jag. As we see Yachts and Greggles doing the drag race once again. This time with Yachts on the more favorable line with a deep dive. Did he overcook it? Oh, just barely managed to hold it. Great move. So we've definitely got a lot of stories we're following right now. RDE versus SFM. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is that another DC? It is. It's Yachts DCing right as he was about to get by Greggles. That's a heartbreak right there. That was such a good battle we were watching too. Oh, that... Oh. My heart goes out to him and the PTG guys. They were on for a good good result this stint. Not anymore, it would seem. Well, we still have several storylines going on right now in this stint. We have the RDE SFM battle and prototype. We have... who is it? We have Vulcan trying to eke it all the way home. What movie? What are you talking about, Monsieur? That... Okay. I was about to say, like, I don't exactly know what you're on about. So, definitely gonna be needing to keep an eye on Vulcan. And these two right here as they're battling. That's really to the things that are not settled yet at this point in, with less than 10 minutes to go in the stint. Get it wrong, chat. Ah, gotcha. All good, man. It happens. That's the pet, you'll run out of gas. I think that if he keeps doing what he's doing, I think he can make it. We'll see. Hold on. Let me turn off the live timing real fast here. That's not the right one. That is. Checked it. It's 8% for 10 minutes. It's going to be really close. It was 15% about 6 or 7 minutes ago, so I don't think he has enough. As you can tell, he's definitely trying to lift and coast as much as he can. Honestly, I think that where would pitting put him right now? Also, all required pit stops should now have been made. So this is position as they stand. That's a car off right there. That is Blackburn spun on the main straight. More bad luck on an already pretty rough stint for the kamikaze car. You can tell he's definitely trying to hypermill it as best he can. But if he were to pit, where would that put him? He'd definitely get passed by Greggles. He might stay ahead of Duke. I think he would stay ahead of Duke. That would put him down in 5th. Was the amazement comes in a little bit hot there. Oh, it's going to be mighty close. He's really managing the fuel well. 5%. Still got 7 minutes left. There, I don't think so. I don't think there's any way. As it looks like Ace is... Yeah, look at that. Just clutch in, just absolutely coasting it. If he can pull this off, I'm going to be very, very impressed. Is that prototype battle still going on? We're going to keep an eye on Vulcan. But there is still a battle for position raging right now. It's really the only thing I'd say is that's left to be decided on track for this stint is what we're watching right here, and if Vulcan can make it. He stayed out once more. Don't see him in the pit lane. Gotta be keeping an eye on his dot. Just here in 11th. Greggles is catching him for sure, since he's trying to save fuel. Still 6 minutes left in the stint. I think he has to pit. I think he has to be this time by as well. So we see the RDE car get really close there. How many DC'd then? 3 to 10 minutes before the end. Yep. We've only had 2 DCs right now. Finished 4th in a rain, 8 laps on Donington. Nice. Oh, don't tell me. Where is Vulcan? He's staying out again. This man is inspired. 3% fuel. Oh, as he almost gets clobbered by the prototypes. Doing so well. Yeah, Yachts really was doing well. Oh, 2%. Oh my god, what a Blackburn absolutely clipping the tire wall of death there. And absolutely going flying. Vulcan staying out again. He still has basically 5 minutes. I don't think he can make it. Greggles is definitely going to get by him. I think he's going to lose more time here than if he had just pitted it a bit earlier. Who died on the last corner? Nobody died on the last corner. That's just Brez. He's just been sitting there the whole time. And it looks like elsewhere, Caloris has gotten past Ace. We've been watching that battle for a while, but... Oh, where... Surely Vulcan is coming in this time. 1% fuel. He has to. I think it's a little bit too late. think he's lost more time trying to eke it out to the end than if he had just pitted earlier. He might lose out to Duke now. We'll have to keep an eye on it, but back to that prototype battle, which is still very much raging. I don't blame Vulcan for going long and trying to eke it all the way out, because it's exactly what I would have done. Hate to see it when it doesn't work out, as Tsunami's going for a little bit of an adventure there. Gonna clog up both of these guys. Ace is gonna get a great run because of it. That's another car making a last-minute stop. That's actually just Blackburn, after we saw have a tremendous launch into the sky after clipping the top of the hill tire wall. There's something going on over here as well on the back straight. Oh, Ace with the dummy. He's got the run. I think he's got the speed too. Orca versus Porsche. Porsche manages to keep it ahead. Oh, wiggling all over the place for Calvarez. Moving over to defend. Gregel's in the way. This is a very tense fight at the very end here. Vulcan came out ahead of Duke, just ahead of Duke. He came out just ahead of Duke, so back in 6th. Which, I mean, considering the stint he's had, I mean, is not a bad recovery at all. It was as low as 9th at one point. Renault is still out in front in GT. Not really challenged very much after Vulcan's incident. Kooten in 2nd, followed by Stryker. Gregel's in 4th. Actually, Vulcan's up into 5th now. Not exactly sure how. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Vulcan's up into 5th. That's right, because Yacht's DC'd. So, 9th to 5th. Pretty damn good recovery, gotta say. As Ace is having another look at RDE Calvarez here. We've seen, and here it goes again, that the RDE car is better on the brakes into the chicane. Ooh, bad time. I'm up 2 spots as well. You are indeed, Frez. Man of the stint right there. So, started off with a lot of gaps, but there's definitely been some drama throughout the stint. As Calvarez gets a little bit wrong, Ace doesn't get it much better. They both managed to stay pointed the right direction. I thought that one of them was going off for sure there, but both managed to keep it together, and, well, not much actually happened as a result of that. On pace alone, it is true. All right, let's see if Ace can get a good enough run. In the final minute, 40 seconds-ish left in the stint. He's got the run. I think he's too far back to try the signature Darkser dive bomb, but nope, he does not. So he does not take a page out of the Darkser cookbook and send it from eons back. But he might get him right here. 16 seconds as they cross the line. He's got about one more opportunity. This GT car might actually help him out. It's 200 feet back. Yep. Well, he is getting held up. Is he going to just stab it? Oh, he's not going to stab it into the stint. Almost. Almost. Well, definitely an intriguing stint. Not nearly on as much on-track battling and incidents, but still some pretty dramatic moments for sure. Your stint winner and well, I guess, yeah, your stint winner for prototype is AMS the Saint in the number 25 ARTE Lola. In second, we have OTR Bilboquet with a good run after some late, or I'd say late mid-race drama. Good for him to recover it up to second. ETR Demonic with a much better stint for the ETR car. Brings it home in third on the lead lap this time. In fourth, another great recovery drive. Seems like we've been having way too many recovery drives so far. But the Amazement in 4th. In the Rogue Energy, number 32 Lola. We saw them have a pretty rough time. Hooked it and then got collected by a GT car. After a fantastic battle, RDE Calrez finishes just ahead of SFM Ace, and then rounding out the prototype field with an absolutely torrid time. Saw several offs and having to pit for damage. We have Blackburn in the Kamikaze car. Winner of GT4 Stint 2 is OTR Renaud, followed by RDC Kooten, a good little scrap we saw between those two. It should have been the scrap between Renaud and Vulcan though, but unfortunately Vulcan involved with drive in an incident we didn't get to see, and it isn't even confirmed that those two had an incident. They just had damage at the same time. In 3rd, the other OTR Porsche, OTR Striker, and with a hell of a recovery drive, or not yet, but Gregor comes home in 4th. Good on him. Kept his nose clean, kept his head in the game, ended up in 4th. And with one heck of a recovery drive from yet another disaster, Vulcan brings it home 5th. Duke the Rebel comes home in 6th, followed by DOBD Machine, who was on for a much better finish had that incident not occurred. Hooked on the grass going down into the S's, spun it, had damage, had to limp it all the way back home. Was on for what looked like a really good result up until that point. Another driver caught out a lot, DDM Drive. Same time as Vulcan, had to limp it all the way around. Lost a lot of what could have been. AMS Tsunami not having a great stint either. After a ambitious early pit strategy, just didn't have things go his way. Ends up in 16th and the last of our finishing, or that's actually 9th in GT. Last of our finishers. 2 DNFs, Yachts and the RDE GT car. I think that was, I don't actually recall his name, so I'm not going to butcher it by getting it wrong until I see it at the top. I know it started with a B though. Brito. That's who it was. So that concludes Stint 2, folks. And our honorary 2 spots gained lobby host in a totally legal GT500 car, Frez. So that concludes a why is this? Hold on. Hold on. Well, regardless, that concludes Stint 2. Y'all know the drill by now. Stream will go down for just a moment, and it will be back right after that. Y'all don't go anywhere. We still have 6 more action-packed stints to go, or 6 more hours to go. 3 more stints to go. So, y'all don't go anywhere. Keep it right here.